A little Tuesday morning fishing. Throw this here hoorag on. Get ready for the sweat. It's supposed to be a little cooler today. We're talking heat index of 100, 102. Not going to be 105, 107, nothing like that. We are at Peachtree Boat Landing in Socastee, South Carolina, where we went out in our first fishing trip in a new kayaks. We're in that exact same location, and I am solo today. No Sherry, just me, the water, the kayak, my life jacket, a few bottles of water, green tea, and an ice cold Miller Lite. A ice cold Miller Lite, not multiples. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning. That's going to be my lunchtime drink. Anyhow, we're out here, Socastee, South Carolina, on the Waccamaw River. We are headed to that same creek that we got flushed out of because of the thunder and the potential threat for lightning in the first fishing trip in our new kayaks. So we're going to head back to that creek. We're going to explore that creek a little bit more. And we're going to put subscriber Jacob's Wordens Rooster Tails recommendation to the test. Now, we already put them to the test once. I only marked that video as day 1 because I was going to do a multiple day video with that due to the fact that we had an instance happen in that video that cut our fishing trip short. So anyway, I'm not going to spoil that video for anybody that ends up watching it, so you have to watch it to find out. That is the subscriber bait recommendation. Wordens, or I think it's Yakima baits. Wordens original Rooster Tails. Check that video out. It was pretty entertaining. But we're going to go ahead and paddle this here for a little bit. Once we get out to the main river, I'm going to check back in with you guys. So until then, enjoy this. Alright, you see these lily pads right here? Right here. Okay. Those lily pads, they are lily pads, but they are not the typical lily pad that you would think of, or one would think of, when someone says lily pad. They're not round, heart-shaped, broadleaf lily pads. And Sherry and I couldn't figure out what they were for the life of us, if they were even, in fact, lily pads. Well, they are. As a matter of fact, Sherry and I looked them up, and what they are is longleaf yellow lilies. A lot of people refer to them as the Cape Fear Spatterdunk or something like that. Spatterdock. That's the word I'm looking for. A lot of people refer to them as the Cape Fear Spatterdock. That is their, I guess, their known alias. There really isn't a lot out there about them. I tried the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources website, and I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't find a whole lot. I actually had to look up aquatic plants of the southeastern United States. So, aquatic plants of the southeastern United States, and that's where I actually ended up finding all the information on it. But it was pretty cool. And I think that's going to be one of the coolest things about being out here and kayaking and being on the water is we're going to get to know some of the aquatic vegetation and, you know, the types of trees, because, you know, I was born and raised until I was about 15, 16 years old in New Hampshire. So I've been down here more of my life in the Myrtle Beach area, more of my life than I have been back home. So everything that I was taught in school is basically null and void to me. So I have to learn all this stuff again. Here I am, 37 years old now, and I have to relearn all this stuff just by trial and error, I guess. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could take some type of botanical class or something like that of, you know, the vegetation in the area, the types of trees. I know there's the bald cypress. I know there's some oak trees, live oaks. I know those type of trees and stuff of the area, but we actually have wild palm. There's actually some right over in here. I showed that in a video when we rented kayaks on the Waccamaw River in Conway, South Carolina. Yeah, I know what this little cypress knees are called and stuff like that, the little roots that come up out of the water for the cypress trees. That is also in the rented kayaks on the Kayaking the Waccamaw River video in Conway. So we are actually pulling out to the main river here. I got to hang a right, and I am going to paddle. Just ahead on the left should be that creek that Sherry and I paddled to last time. The boat traffic is very limited today. I'm sure it might pick up during the day, but as of right now, it's Tuesday morning, 10 past 9 Eastern time. There's not a lot of people on the water right now. The water on the Waccamaw actually looks like glass. So let me flip you guys around and you guys can check it out. I'll let you guys enjoy a little bit of paddling until we get to the creek. And there's the creek mouth over there to the left. Let me paddle you guys over there. So we're gonna go ahead and cross since it's clear right now. So one thing I did notice, I'm paddling into the current right now. And I'm pretty sure by the end of the summer, I'm going to be ripped. I'm going to have some arms on me. I'm going to have some pipes. Some pipes. I'm going to have to bust out the gun show. But, as I was saying, one thing I did notice about these kayaks. Now, speaking of kayaks, let me just start with, I plan on doing a kayak review for the 12T Ascend, or Ascend 12T, however you want to say it. From Bass Pro Shops, Academy Sports, Cabela's, whatever store you bought it from. I do plan on doing a review. I love the kayak right now, but it does have some imperfections. And I will point those out in the review that I do. However, that review of the kayak, being it's only 4 weeks old now, I need to gather some, intel. I've got to base my review off of an honest opinion, like I'm going to do with the Connect scale. This goes for the Connect scale as well. I keep talking about the Connect scale in my videos and in the review video and the review video, and that's a mistake that I've been making. But there is a Connect scale review coming, and there is a Ascend 12T kayak review coming as well. In both of those reviews, what I need to do is gather enough intelligence or enough of an opinion about the products before I can accurately put out a review. Because my review is going to be full-on honest. Pro staff, for whatever I may be, pro staff, if I can't jump on the pro staff things, if, the hoorag. I guess what I'm trying to say is my reviews on all the products that I use, whether I'm a pro staff or not, are going to be honest. I won't ever try to push a product, whether I'm getting a discount on a product or not, whether you give me the product for free. I'm not going to push a product unless it's a good product. And I'm not going to give an honest review. Wait. I'm not going to not give you an honest review. My reviews are always going to be honest and truthful. So keep that in mind when you watch my review videos. Catfish line in the water. Don't look like nothing's on it. The tree's not shaking. See, told you. I get distracted. I got ADD out here. You can see it hanging there. Green string with a piece of PVC hanging from it. Pyramid synchro on the bottom. It's these type of things that catch my eye while I'm out here and, gets me distracted. That's where the ADD comes into play. We are headed back in this creek now, so we're going to get ready to get set up and do some fishing. I have that one spot where I was catching those bowfin that I want to set up on. Maybe we can see if I can get my spinnerbait back. That's the ultimate goal. I should do a series of that. Quest for retrieving my spinnerbait. Nah, those spinnerbaits I buy, I'm not gonna lie, they are Walmart specials. I don't know if they're like the Ozark Trail brand or whatever, but they're only $1 for a spinnerbait, and they work fantastic. I've caught many bass on those spinnerbaits. So losing it at $1 is not that big of a deal, as compared to like some of the booyah baits and stuff. The spinnerbaits are like $3 or $4 a piece. But today I did not bring any live bait with me. I did not bring any chicken livers. I didn't bring any hot dogs. Today we are solely going to be fishing with artificial bait. So I do plan on catching a lot of bowfin, due to the fact that the water is like, bath water right now. It's like 80 degrees. maybe a little less, but to the touch, it's okay. It's not terrible. But I plan on throwing a lot of artificial bait today. So I plan on hooking up with a lot of bowfin, but you never know. You never know. I did find 1/16 of an ounce rooster tails, like Jacob actually recommended to me in that recommendation video. I found them at Walmart, so I picked up 3 of them. I picked up a white, I picked up a black, and I picked up an orange. I may change it up. If all we're catching is bowfin, I may change it up and try some other different stuff. I do have some artificial worms and crawfish, spinner baits, and we might try those out as well. I'm going to go ahead and drop the anchor here, though, and see what we can't do on this tree in front of us here. The first time we came out here, I broke off 2 bowfin. In the recommendation video, bait recommendation video for the rooster tails, I ended up breaking that bowfin off too. I have since changed the line on my rod. Don't mind my purple rod, man. This is actually Kaylee's rod. I've since changed the line to some braid. So we shouldn't be breaking off any more fish. Also, I created a tether with a zip tie and a carabiner, so I can unattach it if I want to. But I've created tether so long that I can do whatever I want with the rod. So hopefully everything goes to plan. I'm going to try this method right here for a little while. Keep it attached like that. It's a nice thick zip tie I got on there, so it shouldn't break off. Let's go ahead and make our first cast, guys, of the morning. Yeah, I like it. Let me turn you around so you guys can see the action. So I'm going to fish these trees right here that are downed in the water. See if we can't get something going here. We tried this last time we were here too. We couldn't get anything going. And we got everything going at the lily pad, so. We'll see. The thing about the 1/16 of an ounce is it doesn't cast very far. And I noticed as well, with these rooster tails, if you reel them back too slow, they don't spin in the water to give you all that great action. So you kind of have to spin it back pretty fast. I hear fishy jumping. All right, I'm gonna give it a couple more casts over here. If we don't get anything going, we're gonna move down to those lily pads where we were catching them. And I'd like to explore this whole creek today, so. We're gonna do a lot of moving. pulling up on the lily pads over here, so I want to go ahead and I want to fish these things because that's where I was having some good hits the first time. A nice shady spot over here too, so we're gonna go ahead and set up right across from the lilies and see if we can't get something going. If I don't hit this stump in the water first. That's one thing that I did learn with the kayaks over the past couple weeks, is really how to get it to maneuver. I think that was the biggest issue, was trying to maneuver it around stuff. I was getting caught in trees. I was crashing into like sandbars and stuff in Pawleys Island. This weekend we went to Cherry Grove, and I was going to shoot a video out there, but it was just so brutally hot that I couldn't even. Alright. I don't want to crash in the lily pads here. Come on, anchor. Come on, baby. Yeah, it's just a few things that I'm been working on here with the kayak. Learning how to maneuver it. Getting everything figured out. The tethers on the fishing pole. Tethered on the net. I got the same type of tether on the net, so we're good there. And the net can move anywhere I need it to move. So we won't lose the net, even though the net floats. We won't lose the rod. I did tether the camera down with bungee cords, so I went and made a few of those adjustments, and I might do a like modification video to show you those type of things. Sling the paddle over here and do some casting on these lily pads that we're at now. But going back, which I got distracted from, doing the kayak review and the Connect scale review, the kayak, one of the downfalls to the kayak is the tracking on it sucks. When I'm in a slow moving current like I am right now, the rear of the kayak, or what is it, the bow and then the stern, and then you got port and starboard, the bow of the kayak likes to kick out from underneath you. So we got on Ascend Kayak Owners on Facebook, the group, and we asked if anybody's put a rudder system on their kayaks. And a lot of people followed that post, but no one actually answered it. So we looked at a few ourselves. It's $60. It's not terrible. And we're thinking about doing it, but I just want to know how they work. Dang. With the shallow water. That was a bad cast, Brucey. Ooh, hit. Got a hit. Got a good hit. Alright, I'm going to turn you guys around. So the tracking sucks. We're looking at rudder systems, and we might be putting them on there soon. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put that in the review video as I go through the whole kayak and show you what comes equipped on it and everything else. And I will talk about those things. So I actually made a list last night. All of my videos are unstructured. They are completely candid. They are not scripted in any way. If you go way back in my timeline and you look at the blooper reel that I have, I tried scripting videos and it's just ridiculous. Like the way I trip over my tongue, the way I get tongue tied, and when I say the and the all the time, you know, it just makes for a poor scripted video. And like I said, I'm like a squirrel, so I forget my line every 12 seconds. There it is again. So yeah, doing the whole scripted thing doesn't work. So last night I ended up jotting down a few ideas for some videos that I'd like to do, and I jotted down, you know, some of the things I want to talk about with the kayak and in the review videos. So those are to come soon. Just hang tight. I'm trying to build up enough footage to actually make a decent review video. So I'll turn you guys around. Let's cast on this over here. These lily pads are producing some action already. I really do like these rooster tails, man. I like the action that they have in the water. I appreciate the heads up, Jacob. These things are pretty rad. Uh-oh. Get out of there. Come on, baby. Quit playing with it. Smash that thing. I don't know if it's some small brim, but they're just not inhaling that hook. There's another hit. Oops. Whoopsie. Casted behind me. I'm drifting a little bit, but for the most part, the anchor seems to be holding up pretty good. Come on, get out of there. Get out of there. Don't make me go get you. Well, you got a leaf. It's always promising. Come on, sweetheart. Whatever's over there is pecking at it pretty good, so. Let's try casting down here some. Cool thing about the white bait, I never did show you guys the bait. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, the cool thing about the white bait with the hammered silver spoon is you can see it moving in the water. See if I can do a close-up. Trying to get it to focus. So that's what we're working with. But you can see it in the water spinning, and I know they're hits because it disappears for a second and then comes back. I mean, the bait's not just going to disappear and then come back. with a tug on the line. Get out of there. We are officially going to move on. We have this whole creek to fish. I'm not going to spend the whole day in this one little spot that we've already explored once or twice. Once. Well, twice, because today would be the second day. Boom shakalaka. Let's get gone, huh? Let's paddle some. See what's happening. So, sometimes when I'm editing these videos, am my own worst critic. I mean, I really get on myself about stuff, you know. That's the whole reason I keep saying, alright, I gotta stop saying alright. I gotta stop saying, I gotta stop saying, It's just one of those, it's just one of those things that I do. And when you watch a lot of YouTube videos, which me and Sherry, we watch more YouTube than we do cable television. If it wasn't for our HOA, we wouldn't have cable TV. We would only have internet. I think we only have the basic package for internet or cable included in our HOA. I'm not even paddling right now, and I'm just moving. I love this. But we have the basic package. We have one cable box, and that is simply for the fact that when football's on or baseball's on, I like to watch it in HDF. I like to watch it in HD. So we have a 4K TV, and I definitely like to enjoy my sporting events in high def when I can. But with baseball, it's like 162, 163 games a year. I can't watch every game. But we are avid, baseball fanatics. I mean, we love our baseball, so we watch a lot of baseball, especially when spring training was over and the games first started. We get the Atlanta Braves on TV here, and that's Sherry's team. We do not get my Boston Red Sox unless they're playing like the Yankees on ESPN or they're playing Atlanta, which last year at Labor Day, we went down to Atlanta to go watch them play, the Braves, and it was pretty rad. I mean, we paid $35 for our tickets. We sat in what they call home run alley, and though we didn't catch any home runs, Benintendi threw up a baseball into the stands, and it was pretty close to coming to us. I mean, it was like 3 rows in front of us. I about jumped out of my seat. Probably injured like 12 different people going down, but I tried to get that ball for the kids because we were anticipating, or at least trying to anticipate, the fact that a baseball might come to us. All these spots look fishy, man. But we're going to paddle for a minute. I'm not going to stop at every bend. I'm going to try to learn this creek a little bit to figure out what is fishy and what is not. So being my own worst critic, when I'm editing my videos, it can be tough sometimes. Some of these guys on YouTube, they leave the mess ups in. I try to take them out. I try to make the cleanest video as possible. I do say some curse words on occasion, like, looks like hell or pissed me off. I will say stuff like that from time to time, but for the most part, I try to keep it clean. With the exception of the beer reviews. I like my beer review. So this is gorgeous. I'm just gonna sit here for a minute. I'm not gonna paddle. I'm not gonna talk for like the next 30 seconds or so. Just listen to all those noises. Got woodpeckers going. Sounds like cicadas or something going in the background. Some type of bug. Yeah, that's gorgeous. I love these sounds. I'm coming up on a bend here, so I have to start paddling or I'm going to end up in the bushes there to the left. That would be your right, because it's one thing I don't like about the phone and videoing is when I'm sitting here like this, I'm staring at myself right now, so I can see everything that's going on. But to you guys, it's reversed. Like, you know, Columbia PFG, it's reversed on your end. I mean, I can turn the camera around, but I don't know if I'm in a shot. And I've had too many instances here. I've learned my lesson a little bit where that I was either out of the frame or it looked goofy. So I don't want to play that game. I'd rather it be backwards than not have a good shot at all. Because I try to, like I said, try to make clean videos, so visually and verbally. Nice set of lily pads right over here. This is about as far as we made it last time. And then we turned around because we saw the black cloud and the thunder. Well, we didn't see the thunder. You can't see thunder. We heard the thunder though. Peep that view, baby. Looks good. I like it out here. Sherry prefers the salt water. She prefers the salt water over the river. I just think that the river is a lot easier paddling. Fish jump right up ahead. I'm actually gonna set up anchor over there somewhere and fish that little cove. Yeah, she prefers the salt water over the river. She says that the salt water is more pretty than out here. Which, you know, I tend to agree, but being back in here where nobody else is, just me and my stomach growling. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but that was a good loud growl. I had my trail mix for the morning and my Red Bull. But yeah, just this view right here in front of you guys right now, what you're looking at, that's gorgeous. Being back here, nobody else is back here. Just you, me, the kayak, the paddle, the fishing rod, the net. and whatever wildlife is lurking in the bushes. Oh yeah, that looks fishy over there. That right over there is where we're headed. Kind of set myself up in the sun, but there's fish jumping. As long as we don't scare them away with the noises we're making. Let's turn you over here and let's take a cast right over there because that's where fish jumped. You guys hear that noise? I'm not sure what it is. I set up anchor right here and it just started. I had to shut you guys off and move a little bit because the camera got too hot. So I moved over here, set up anchor, and then that noise happened. I don't see an alligator or nothing. That's what I'm assuming that it would be. I'm trying to move you guys over there a little bit more. I'm assuming it would be an alligator. The noise it's making. And now that I'm moving, it stopped. As long as that joker's not like 13 foot long, I'll be okay. I'll smack it in the head with the paddle. It's since stopped. Oh no, it's still making a noise. If anybody knows what that noise is, let me know. I'm hoping that the camera picked it up. I'm thinking alligator, but I'm also thinking that I would see the alligator. Unless he's back there, sees me, but I don't see him. I don't know. Spooky. I kind of want to investigate. But I think I might be pushing my luck. This spot over here looks real fishy, and I want to fish it. But I don't want to be messing with no wildlife other than fish. Yeah, so as I was saying, the camera got too hot. I had to move. Well, I didn't have to move, but I put you guys in the cooler, let you guys cool down for a little bit. Continued to fish. Couldn't connect or hook up with anything that was jumping in the water over there. So I decided to move on a little bit and find a better spot while you guys were cooling down. Found that spot right there around the bend with all those lily pads and everything. And I dropped it as soon as I dropped the anchor. Whatever it was did not like that I was there, so it started making all kinds of noise. Which is cool. I just wish I could have saw what it was. But I am going to drop anchor right here, a little further away from that part, and fish these lily pads right in front of us. Camera cut off on me. We're back. We're still in the same spot. But as I was saying, because audio is going to be a little messed up, it cut off right in the middle of me saying something. You know, whether we catch fish or not, I just try to be real. And I want you guys to feel like you're a friend out here hanging out on water with me, like you're in a kayak right next to me. You know, or at the beach, you know, fishing the surf with me. You know, that's exactly what I'm going for. So we'll see if I can edit that other part out. I hate that the camera keeps cutting off because of the heat. I wish there was something I could do about it. I mean, I guess I could stop every few minutes and put you guys in a cooler like I did before. But I'm afraid I do that, I'm going to catch a fish. A good fish, not a brim fish. Ooh, almost got it in a tree. That brim that hit this thing, he must have had some hungry eyes, man, because I'm telling you, his eyes were bigger than his stomach. He was biting off more than he could chew. Something just tail splashed right in front of me. Alright, so I cast it out a bunch of times with that. Took my leash off, I'm putting it back on. Not today, Chief, not today. We're gonna go ahead and pull anchor as well. Jumping a gun. We're gonna pull anchor. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pedal a little bit more. This creek is quite long, so I want to be able to fish all there is to fish. And then if I don't get anything going with that rooster tail, if I don't get anything going with the rooster tail, on the way back, I'm going to stop and fish with something else. One of the things I was going to say is, you know, going from nothing to something with the subscribers. We're up to like 76 subscribers now at the channel, and we've only been going for a couple months. So that says a lot, you know, for my videos. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to impress everybody. You know, there's a few people that reach out to me all the time and like, hey man, you know, why'd you do this? Or why'd you do that? You know, I don't know. I did it because I wanted to try it out. And I mean no disrespect by saying that, but like I told you, with my reviews and stuff like that, I'm going to be completely honest. And if you know me in person, if, you know, we've ever hung out and you're watching this video, I'm going to be real with you. And I'm going to tell you, if I don't like something, I'm going to speak my piece. I've never been afraid to speak my piece. Life's too short to be dwelling on stupid stuff, so you need to speak up. But you know, when somebody gives you constructive criticism like, hey man, you gotta try them rooster tails in the Waccamaw. Them things, oh, the action on those things, it's going to be so much fun. You're going to have a great time. You'll have more fun if you throw them. All right, absolutely. You know what? I'm going to take your recommendation. I'm going to run with it. Probably the next video I do, until I get a lot more people commenting. The next video I do, I'm going to go ahead and test it out. If you got a bait recommendation. I mean, what is it to go buy an artificial bait? These little jokers here, I think it cost me $6 for 3 different colors. You know? That's nothing. Pull that out of the couch cushions, kid. Not really. No, I won't be able to pull it out of the couch cushions, but I can come up with $6 to try a different bait. I'll tell you though, I think I'm going to have to change the color on this rooster tail, because the only thing I caught was that brim. I had a hit earlier when I first started. It was a good hit, but I never hooked up. And then I cast another 100,000 times, and I never hooked up with whatever it was. And then I moved down a little bit, fished some more, got no hits. See the fish jumping. Move down a little bit more. Catch a brim. Nothing else after that. Move a little bit more. And I'm not getting any nibbles or nothing right now. I could probably slow down my retrieve a little bit and see what happens. In all the excitement, I am retrieving pretty fast. Stop jumping! All right, I'm going to drift up just a little bit more. I'm going to pull the anchor, drift up a little bit more. And I actually think I'm going to go ahead and shut you guys off. Put you in the cooler to cool you down for a few minutes so we don't end up losing you. And I'm going to change baits too. I'm going to try a different bait. Alright, we're going to try a spinner bait because they were working out here last time, so we're going to go ahead. Let's see what we can't do with that puppy. First cast, baby. First cast. Bowfin. Not very big at all. But I'm trying to find out where to put my rod here. Lift him up out of the water. There we go. Easy, Chief. He did come out of the hook too. So good thing I had a net. We've got these puppies here. Let's go ahead and easy. Hey guy, calm down. I'm trying to let you go. You're cute. Normally bowfin are not cute, but you're cute. You're a cute little bugger. So that's what we're working with. Whoa! Slimy joker. Here, let's do this. That's what we got this for. There we go. we are actually going to do something we haven't got to do yet. We are going to use the Connect scale. .6. 1 pound, 6 ounces. Let's put this net back. I want to get a measurement on this critter. I don't have a hog trough or anything, so I am gonna try to do this the best I can on the paddle, get it all slimed up. You're looking 16.5 inches. Let's go ahead and let him go. One last look. 16.5 inch bowfin. Boom. 1 pound, 6 ounces. I am actually, shut off, it says bye. I'm actually gonna have to enter that one manually because I'm got you guys on airplane mode, so nothing interferes with the microphone. Well, that was fun. Let's see if we can do it again, huh? Try to turn myself back around. Fishing pole. I've been taking the tether off on this, but making sure to put it back on at any time I plan on putting it down. So I think that could work out as long as I make the conscious effort to keep remembering to hook the leash up. I think a float would work pretty good on here. I don't think it would be too terrible. So I might actually use both methods. Come on, pliers. He kind of bent the spinner bait up a little bit, so I gotta try to fix it because he straight crushed it. I mean, I've seen where people eat bowfin. I do think that there is, on DHEC right now, there is an advisory for eating bowfin out of the Waccamaw. I think it is not advised to do so. So keep that in mind if you do go bowfin fishing. Alright, I want to try to turn again. Where's my tether? Make sure my life jacket stays in here. Yes, I do have a life jacket and whistle. You know, staying with all the regulations. However, I don't wear it, and I probably should be wearing it, and Sherry's gonna see me putting this video together, and she's gonna chew me out because she said when I'm out here alone I need to be wearing it. Right now it's just too hot. Come this fall, I mean, I know that's no excuse, but I know the consequences, and I accept them. That's what I do. Accept them. It's with me, right behind my seat. If I go over, I can grab it or the kayak, and I'm sure we'll be fine. I understand it's a lot harder to put a life jacket on in the water, but I'd still be able to make it to shore. I mean, you know, the shore behind me is 10 feet that way. The shore in front of me is 10 feet that way. I mean, we're probably 20, 30 feet wide maybe. So, you know, I've got, being the kayak's 12 foot long, got about 10, yeah, so about 30, 35 feet wide. I think I can make it to shore. Now, if I were to go out to like Murrells Inlet jetties or something like that, most def. Like if a wave would roll me over or something like that, I would have my life jacket on. I don't care how hot it is. But, you know, as long as we're close to shore, I'm not in the middle of a lake. If I was in the middle of a lake, like when we do plan on going down to Lake Marion and stuff like that, I do plan on having a life jacket. If we stray away from shore, I do have intentions on having a life jacket on at all times. I know I should probably get used to wearing it, so that way it just becomes second nature. Oh, right at the boat. Right at the boat. He smashed it. I saw him come up and eat it. Yeehaw! This is fun. I like the spinnerbait, baby. I'm going to try casting up this way. Had a hit. So I'm not one to fish with artificials. So, you know, kayak angling, not only is kayak angling a first for me, fishing with artificials is a first. I mean, I've fished with some artificials for bass before, but fishing for artificial for different species of fish, you know, like the redfish and flounder and so on, I'm not really used to that. And Sherry and I went to Cherry Grove this weekend, and we did attempt to put together a video, but I had so many different things go wrong, and I got so agitated out there with all those things going wrong that I didn't even want to put the video together. I might do a little something out of it, but I can guarantee that there's no fish in that video whatsoever. What it was is, you know, I wasn't thinking about the line on these rods. 6 pound test is what I had on the kids' rods. They were strictly for brim. That's what they were for. They were fishing rods for brim. And I went out there and I tried trolling with jig heads. I lost about 5 jig heads. I lost 2 Carolina rigs. I just kept losing stuff after losing stuff after losing stuff out there. So I told myself, I was like, it's all right, it's all right, it's all right. Just enjoy the rest of the day. So Sherry and I paddled. We had some drinks. We stopped on a couple sandbars, fished for a little bit there on the sandbars, and just enjoyed the rest of the day floating with the current back. I actually knocked my camera over into the water, microphone and all. I ended up drying the microphone out with some rice for a couple days, and the microphone still works pretty good. So, you know, that's another positive for the Comica mic review and unboxing that I did. I should actually update that in the description, that it's not waterproof, but, you know, it took a swim in Cherry Grove in the salt water. I dried it out, and it continues to work. So the phone was in a life-proof case, so I wasn't worried about it. But in preparation for today's video, I made a tether for the camera, so now I can't knock the camera over. I loaded up with braid. I couldn't find any 10-pound braid, so I think this is either 15 or 20. I can't remember what I bought, but I loaded up with braid. I fixed all my tethers in my kayak, and I worked on the anchor a little bit yesterday. I spent about 2.5, 3 hours yesterday working on just the kayak alone, and the fishing gear, getting ready for today's video. So I think from here on out, all the simple mistakes should be taken care of. And now the actual modifications to the kayak are to come. I want to build a crate for the back with another set of rod holders back there, and for storage of the trays, which I want to do a review on these two, because I bought one, a blue one, and I bought a red one. Both different companies. The blue one is garbage. But I'm going to go ahead and do a review on those so you guys can get a heads up on that. I want to do a review on what I done to this anchor to get this anchor to work the way it's supposed to, the way it's intended to work. So I've got a lot of videos I brainstormed yesterday as well for the channel. So we're going to have some good content coming, guys. Just, you know, hang tight. We'll have some fishing videos, review videos. Actually, tomorrow I've got a series of videos coming out. I have like one for the next 4 or 5 weeks. One video for the next 4 or 5 weeks. Uh-oh, I made a boo-boo. Living on the edge. Get all Aerosmith with it. Yeah, so for the next 4 or 5 weeks, we do have like some shorts coming of what I call wildlife playlist. And it's like, you know, when we've gone to the beach and stuff and we've seen crabs, like the ghost crabs on the beach and stuff like that, burrowing in the holes, you know, I would set the GoPro up right in front of the hole and just watch the crab come in and out of the hole and just walk around on the beach and stuff like that. So, you know, they're nothing long. I mean, the videos are probably only like 2 or 3 minutes long, but we have a series of those videos coming out. I did create a new playlist for subscriber recommendations. I'm going to have a playlist just for the kayak modifications and upgrades. So yeah, a lot of big things to come. I made a list of several different... My scupper holes are burping at me. I've made a long list of stuff that I want to do for the channel, so, you know, I've got some ideas floating around, and I'm trying to come up with some original content too. You know, I watch a lot of YouTube videos and try to get ideas of some of these other channels, and I try to play off of their ideas for original content. Now, I'm not going to go do anything, you know, crazy weird like fish out of a sewer or nothing like that. You know, I've seen, it's, you know, I typed in Myrtle Beach fishing last night on YouTube, and you got people fishing out of the sewers in their communities and everything. I mean, is it neat? Yeah, it's kind of neat. You know, they caught a catfish or whatever, but I'm not interested in doing anything like that. Fish jumping all over the place. Tell me this spot right here doesn't look fishy, and I won't fish it. I'll just keep going. But this looks fishy. It looks so fishy as fish are jumping out of the water. Let's go ahead and fish it. See what happens. That could have been good for the fish. The anchor did drop like 12 feet, so it's actually pretty deep right here. Yeah! First cast, baby. Oh, he came off. He came off. Good grief. That was a good one, too. He had to be about 2 feet. Let's try it again. He almost took me for a sleigh ride. Well, he had to be about 2 feet. He was about twice the size of that other one, actually. It was definitely a bowfin. Oh, got a hit. Come on, baby. Chase it. That's a nice little hit. See if we can't get him to take it. He don't want nothing to do with it. Come on, Mr. Bowfin. No takers? Cast a little to the right of that spot. See what happens by these pylons. See what happens by these pylons. He's on the top of that tree, right? He or she is right there on the top of that dead tree. I'm gonna try to bring you guys in closer. Hopefully it won't attack me. I'll bring you guys in closer. Maybe it'll fly away and you'll get a good glimpse at it. If not, I'll put a little box around him, as I know where he's at, she's at. It's a big joker, let me tell you. And there it goes. Bye, sweetheart. Alright, so that was pretty cool. Osprey up in a tree like that. I'm going to go ahead and cut you guys off here. I'm going to sign out. Description below. I'm going to leave the name of the creek that I paddled off the Waccamaw River. I'm going to leave a description to Instagram, or not a description, but a link in a description to Instagram and Facebook. When I post to Instagram, I share it to Facebook all the time. So you can just follow Facebook if you don't have an Instagram page. That's fine. Be sure to like us on there for daily content. Weekly content here at the YouTube channel. If you're watching this far, I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate your support. I really do like putting these videos together for you guys. I know sometimes I don't catch a lot of fish, but like I said earlier, it's all about just hanging out with the big old Brucey. And until next time, guys, Brucey's out of here. Appreciate it. Maybe I'll have some more content at the end of the video. So after the credit, go ahead and stick around. Maybe there'll be some more footage for you guys. Talk to you soon. See you in the next video. Appreciate it. Bye-bye. Bye. Straight ahead in the middle of the frame. I'm trying to keep the front of the kayak pointed at it, but there's an osprey up there in that tree, and it had a fish. It just dove down and had a fish. If I had the camera going, it'd be a pretty cool sight to see. I'm not sure if it's that same osprey or if it's different, because we're not too far away. See if I can angle you guys up a little bit. It'll probably fly away with the fish again. I'm assuming it's not going to drop the fish and fly. There it goes. See? Can you see the fish? That's pretty rad. Alright guys, so just heard a roll of thunder, crack of thunder. We gotta get out of here. I'm headed back to the boat landing right now. We didn't catch any more fish, but we are going to head back and load up for the day, go home, get cleaned up, get some grub because I'm hungry. Didn't catch any more fish, but we saw those osprey catching fish and that was pretty cool. Always neat to see some wildlife. I had a good day regardless. We caught some fish earlier in the morning, and I had a nice paddle. You're talking about 3.5 miles today, so I'm cool with that. Anyways, guys, if you're watching these after I did the credits and sign off and everything else, I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you in the next video.